intake C18. Officers, please take your seats and give our hands a rest now, ladies and gentlemen. I'd now like to ask Ms. Hopkins, our Chief Constable, to say some words of welcome. So.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening to those who are joining us on Facebook Live this evening. I would like to welcome you all to a very special ceremony. And can I just say to the training school staff, you can just have about 5 minutes sleep now, because you've heard me say this many, many times. So I'll tell you when to wake up. But for my new colleagues, there's some really important messages that I do try to get over in this speech. As they are starting their career and their journey with Greater Manchester Police, it's important to remind them of why they've joined policing and what a special vocation it actually is. Tonight is a legally binding ceremony, and the oath could not be sworn by our new colleagues unless it was in the presence of a magistrate. And we're very fortunate this evening that we have two of our magistrates, Joan Cooper and Martin Simpson, who are here to do the legally binding part of the ceremony. So thank you both very much. It's great that there's two of you, because there's an awful lot of new recruits. It is also a real honour for us that we're joined this evening by the Lord Mayor of Greater Manchester, Councillor June Hitchin. June, it's lovely to have you here when we're doing this here in Manchester. And I'd also like to say a big thank you to Manchester Grammar School for hosting us here this evening. It is a fantastic place in which we can hold this very special ceremony. So tonight, my new colleagues swear an oath to be impartial and fair to everyone they deal with, and to serve Her Majesty the Queen. And you're taking an oath this evening that gives you unique powers over your fellow citizens, to take away their liberty and, where necessary, to use reasonable force. And with this unique power comes unique responsibility and unique levels of scrutiny. So standing before your peers, your families and members of this community, swearing your oath is something that is very powerful, and it's your commitment to each other and to the public of Greater Manchester that you're dedicating yourself to a life of public service and the highest standards of integrity. It means you have to set the highest standards for yourself, both in your personal and your professional lives. Now, policing is very, very complex in the society that we all live in now. Very much more so than when I joined the police service in January 1989. Some things that you're dealing with had never even been thought of. We didn't have the internet, we didn't have smartphones that are computers in your pocket, we didn't even have DNA technology, let alone 24-hour news and social media that sends things around the world in seconds. You know, you're more likely to find yourself dealing with a crime that's been committed online or in cyberspace than you perhaps will dealing with a shoplifter. The other thing I think that has changed immensely over that period of time is the scrutiny that you face in relation to your actions. And it is very significant. And in many ways, we would expect this, given the unique powers that I talked about that you hold over fellow citizens. You know, you are filmed now constantly, doing whatever you do. It seems that whenever you turn up at an incident, the first thing that people want to do is get their mobile phone out and film it, rather than perhaps help you to deal with what's going on. Please bear that in mind, because that footage can be in the media, be around the world in a matter of seconds. Now, whatever journey you've taken to join Greater Manchester Police, you're all part of our ambition to build the most effective team with the most talented people that we can attract from our diverse communities across Greater Manchester. And we are actually in a talent race with other organisations. And, you know, as people that are joining organisations and looking to start out on a career, you have many choices available to you these days. So we are absolutely delighted that you have chosen to join us and to be part of Greater Manchester Police and part of what we're doing here to keep people safe. And tonight is a significant moment in your policing career, and one that you will always remember, I hope. And I want to take the opportunity to just remind you of why policing is so important to society and what should drive you every single day that you come to work. We are all, ladies and gentlemen, very privileged to live in a democratic society. And one of the fundamental pillars of living in a democratic society is that citizens should be safe both from physical harm and from discrimination. Greater Manchester Police's purpose is to protect society and to help keep people safe. And to my new colleagues, this is your purpose every single day. You should do your utmost to carry out this purpose to the best of your ability. But I want you to go beyond that purpose. I want you to be able to, when you finally complete your service, to look back and to say, I've done absolutely everything I could do to make GMP a better organisation and make Greater Manchester a safer place to live, work and study. Put simply, you are the future of policing, so please don't waste the opportunity that you've got. And this is really why we've decided to hold our ceremonies where we attest our new officers in public settings like this, and it's why I'm delighted that we're joined by some of our local members of our independent advisory groups, why we're joined by some of our local councillors, because I wanted you to swear your oath in a more public setting, which is partly why we're streaming it live, so other members of the wider community can see and hear the oath that you're taking this evening. I wanted to reinforce with you that we are here to serve our communities here in Greater Manchester. We are here to keep places like Manchester Grammar School and its staff and its pupils safe. That's why we all come to work. Now, in my opinion, and I'm ever so slightly biased, I have to say, you have joined one of the best police services in the UK, if not the world. And actually, I was at an event at the British Muslim Heritage Centre last week with the now retired Commissioner of the Boston Police, and he told the audience that we have one of the most outstanding police departments in the world. So that was very nice to hear from a colleague from the United States. I have to say, Greater Manchester Police and working in Greater Manchester is one of the most challenging police organisations and areas to work in the country, and if not the world. And that's one of the things that we all find really addictive about working here. It tests us professionally day in, day out. And it will challenge you. It will test your intellect, it will test your strength of character on a regular basis. And I have to say the last 18 months have tested all of us in many, many ways. We faced the largest terror attack that the UK has seen since 7/7. We've had numerous extremist protests, murders, and community events that see the force more and more relying on mutual aid from other forces to support the policing effort that we all put in. And as a police officer, you never know from one day to the next what it is that you're going to face. Now, that's one of the real beauties of the work that we do. You never get bored, but it also means you're constantly being challenged. And sadly, we also work in an environment where there is risk involved. And whilst we do everything that we can to train you and prepare you to deal with that risk and to be able to support each other around that, there are occasions when you have to make dynamic risk assessments as to how you're going to deal with things. And one of your fellow student officers only a few months ago jumped into a river to rescue somebody. The officer themselves was barely able to swim, and they jumped in with their stab vest, and my new colleagues know how heavy those things are. We now know that body-worn video is waterproof. We didn't know until that moment, but we have some very good footage from the river of the rescue that was going on. And quite rightly, the officer is being recognised nationally for the actions in saving someone's life that day. But we also do face real personal risk of violence towards colleagues as well. And only in the last 2 or 3 weeks, we've had an officer repeatedly stabbed, unfortunately in their stab vest, which worked, and the knife broke up in Wigan, whilst they were trying to arrest somebody for an armed robbery. And only about 14 days ago, we had an officer run over here in Manchester, attending an incident at 7 in the morning. And both of those officers, and I've spoken to them both personally, the first thing that they did after they'd received medical treatment was to go back to work. One of them was on crutches, one of them wanted to continue to do incidents, respond to incidents, but they both went straight back to work, having been involved in really difficult situations. So it does demonstrate the risks that you face, and you have to maintain your professionalism at all times. And as I say, we train you and equip you to keep you as safe as we possibly can. We are a family, we don't worry about young children making noise. So, I'm sure though that given the very tough selection process that you've all been through, you will rise to the challenge that is policing Greater Manchester in the 21st century. One thing that you can rely upon is that Greater Manchester Police is a team, and teams look after each other. So when you need help, when you need guidance, or you need a shoulder to cry on, there will be somebody there to support you. Now, I'll come back at the end and say a few more words in close, but for now, I just wanted to say to you all, have a fantastic career and be proud of being a Greater Manchester Police Officer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the new officers here tonight will be swearing an oath to Her Majesty the Queen. I therefore ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to stand up, please, and turn to page 3 in your booklet and prepare the national anthem. Officers, please stand.